Hello everybody. There's a pause button on this all of a sudden. There never was before. So that's good. April 23rd, 2018. Do this again. Darkness. Almost done with it, and darkness powered off my computer. And it was in no way, shape, or form close to being out of power on the battery. So, happened before. Don't let it stop me. Do it again. So, some things to talk about that I'm guided to talk about. So obviously, there's something important in that. And then two messages. Number 233 and 234. First one is from, I know now, Archangel Michael. Second one from another spiritual being, someone similar to me but in spirit form, someone of his servants. So 233, June 3rd and 4th, 2011. So this came in over 2 days. Steeped in hidden mysteries, hidden from man many histories. So much lost, long forgotten, twisted truths all rotten. My God, why hast thou forsaken me? So much inside for you to awaken in me. By the souls that lie in deepest slumber, lying in wait, countless in number. Most awake the Lord's touch, awakened as if never sleeping so ever much. Enter the realms of no earthly souls, all of man's theories so full of holes. I was there in the beginning of time. I started all the rhythm and rhyme. Pitiful few were aware of what transpired. Belief in the Father, all that was required. Turned their faces away from the light, unable to return, try as they might. Consequences great for the fallen ones, left behind all the daughters and sons. Business as usual, so it seemed. All souls come forth to be redeemed. Take the path of righteousness so clear. All lies ahead, that which you loved so dear. Begin the end, feel its beat. Angels of the light, darkness can't defeat. I am he who shall wield the sword, and cast away all evil with one little word. Think it, say it shall set you free, and leave all behind and follow me. Now first part, steeped in hidden mysteries, hidden from man many histories, so much lost, long forgotten, twisted truths all rotten. They talk about the mysteries of God, all the things that we knew, take as mysteries now, that were hidden from us. Remember the Garden of Eden, everything was provided for. God walked with man. Then he ate of the fruit. He did what he wasn't supposed to do. So the garden was taken from him, along with other things, slowly taken and hidden from man. So much lost, long forgotten. Hidden from man many histories, hidden mysteries. The twisted truth that was left have all gone rotten, that have been twisted. Again, the surface of the Bible, twisted, manipulated. Any spiritual book, and what they say in there, twisted. Look how the terrorists twist what's in the Quran. Twisted by evil. My God, why hast thou forsaken me? As our soul cries out. So much inside for you to awaken in me, so much more for me to learn and grow. He's saying to us. He says, by the souls that lie in deepest slumber, to those who are asleep, who aren't anymore, lying in wait, countless in number. So many of them, that since have been awoken. Also, there's many things from God. You just have dual meaning, at least dual meaning. Also be talking about those who walk around in physical existence right now that basically are asleep. They're asleep. Lying in wait for him to awaken them. Most await the Lord's touch. Awakened as if never sleeping so ever much. As if they never sleep. Time stands still. Enter the realms of no earthly souls. The heavenly souls, not earthly souls. All of man's theories so full of holes. He's telling us right there. All of man's theories are so full of holes, so corrupted. I was there in the beginning of time. I started all the rhythm and rhyme, which he said later on. As he revealed in the recent message of the conversation between him and God explaining things before mankind's creation, before my and soldiers of light and many heavenly beings' creation, before the universe creation before creation of Christ. He's having this conversation with Michael, which I've shared on the blog. And God telling him, hey, you are going to start to rhythm and rhyme. Pitiful few were aware of what transpired. Belief in the Father all that was required. Instead, they turned their faces away from the light, unable to return, try as they might. So they could not come back. Could not come back to the garden. Could not come back to light. Those who fell from the light. Consequences great for the fallen ones, left behind all the daughters and sons of God, all the sisters and brothers. Business as usual, or so it seemed. All souls come forth to be redeemed. Take the path of righteousness. It's so clear. All lies ahead, that which you loved so dear. All that lies ahead, all that you loved, all those you loved. Again, you just gotta believe. Begin the end, feel its beat. The ending has begun. Feel it. Believe it. Know it. Angels of the light, darkness can't defeat. I am he who shall wield the sword, General Archangel Michael, and cast away all evil with one little word, Jesus. Think it, say it, it shall set you free and leave all behind and follow me, him, to the Lord. Number 234 from June 4th, 2011. Clouds of sullen affirmation mustn't forget one's own station. 2 times door many souls pass, by and large our sacred task. Sent forth amongst mankind, give sight to the blind. Empty hearts of need of mending, all around seem to be upended. Don't despair, the end is near, all shall become more and more clear. Doubtless much will seem unreal, clearer minds granted upon appeal. I am here to lead the way, judge who goes and who will stay. Clouds of sullen information, clouds of heaven, come down, sullen affirmation, this heaviness of the earth and the corruption and darkness. These are an affirmation of chaos that is in the world, of darkness that is in the world. You mustn't forget one's own station, and always humble yourself. 2 times door many souls pass, and are going now. And through the passage of time, many souls journey. By and large, our sacred task, talk about heavenly beings now, were sent forth amongst mankind, those like me, and I'm just a simple servant, and many countless others, give sight to the blind. Empty hearts in need of mending, all around seems to be upending, which it is. Don't despair, the end is near. All shall become more and more clear. Doubtless, much will seem unreal. Clearer minds granted upon appeal, ask to understand things as they happen and occur. So you'll be able to see and understand. Again, seek, ask, find, receive. I am here to lead the way, judge who goes and who will stay. So, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. That. Now, that Darks didn't want me to share. That was something I spoke of after that. As I was guided, a number of things. And I've talked about this stuff before or written about it. Taking the limits off of God. God is limitless, boundless, infinite. It's so many who say they believe. View God like this, or like this. And that's all. What they perceive through that, that's it. Nothing else is right, nothing else is true, nothing else exists. But what about all this other stuff? God is infinite. All this other stuff that's seen and known, all this other stuff that's unseen and unknown. And beyond that is God. Yet you want to only see him like this or like this. That's your choice, but it's foolishness. For all things are possible through God, by God, from God, of God, with God. So to say, again, to say that you believe and then something comes upon you that's outside this sight, oh, that's wrong, that's evil, that's wrong, no, that's not right, that's not correct. How do you know? Did you ask him, hey Lord, I heard this new thing today, or I read this new thing today. Is it true? If it's true, help me to understand it. If it's in school, again, I've used this analogy so many times. You're in elementary school, you're learning how to read, you learn 1 plus 1 equals 2, 2 plus 2 equals 4. Okay, you finish that grade, go to the next grade, they teach it beyond that. It's like, no. I learned this last year. That's all there is. You're telling me lies now. Or because you can't understand it. Oh, that's wrong. It's got to be wrong. I don't get it. That's your choice. But you're going nowhere fast. In fact, you're going to slip backwards. Just because you don't understand it, just because it's outside your understanding and your perception, what you know, does not make it false. That's why it's so important to ask for that discernment of His Word and His truth. Discernment of darkness, all its lies and tricks and deceptions and manipulations and attacks and so forth. Because it can appear, I even warned you, it can appear as an angel of light. Instead, many will come in my name, saying they represent me and serving me. Be on guard. Be aware. Put up your shield, your breastplate of armor. Ask for that discernment so you can tell in your heart of hearts what is true, what is false. What's truth and what's deception. It's up to you. You. Open your heart, the mind will follow, and the ears and the eyes begin to see the spiritual stuff. If you can't believe, it even says this, it even tells us this, if you can't believe what's seen and heard, what I'm telling you, what I'm showing you, how do you expect to believe all the rest? We've all been there, like again, the math analogy. We were in elementary school, and then somebody showed us algebra. Remember that when you went from into high school or 8th grade, you learned pre-algebra or algebra. Here you had all the numbers and what you do with numbers, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and then fractions. Okay, but there's still numbers. Okay, I'm getting it. Decimals. Okay, there's still numbers. And all of a sudden, parentheses and letters are added in. What the heck is that? You remember that? How that felt? How is that possible? Then you saw each year after that, some geometry, I saw trigonometry, calculus. What? Integrals. And all more of these Greek symbols and oh my goodness gracious. That can't be true. How is that possible? You have an open mind, you seek to learn it, and you find that, hey, it is true. You understand it. Same thing with God, stuff about God. Don't slam the door shut on learning about God, His truth, and then say, I believe in God. You're lying to yourself. You're deceiving yourself. You're letting the devil deceive you by keeping you in place. We're supposed to grow spiritually. Go up to the spiritual school, not remain down in first grade spiritually. But the devil wants you to do that. Why? That's going to keep you from getting closer to God. So you're just falling right into his trap. So don't do that. Remove the limits. Trust me, you remove those limitations and those boundaries and those borders and unconstrained God and accept that, hey, all things are possible just because I don't get it. You'd be amazed what begins to happen. Something new comes upon me, like, oh, that's so awesome. I don't understand how it's possible. So I get this from spirits all the time, from angels, from messages. Wow, that just blew my mind. How does that work? I believe it because all things are possible with you, Lord. But how? How does it work? Help me to understand. I asked him, teach me, help me to understand that. He'll explain it to me. Either something, boom, a light bulb goes off in my head, or somebody else will explain it to me in spirit or physical form or through a message, will let me know, hey, wow, that's how it works. I've come across those light bulb moments of epiphanies countless times. Wow. Sometimes it's immediate, sometimes it's years later. But it's always at the perfect time that I could understand it and grasp it and accept it. He's the perfect teacher and tutor, perfect everything. In this regard, teacher and tutor. He'll adapt everything to fit your pace and method of understanding. If you let him, you have to open yourself up to that. What you do, man, trust me, you remove those boundaries. There's just limitations on yourself, too, that you place it. Just let it go. Then you, again, continue to offer up the walls of Jericho and the prisons you've imprisoned yourself in internally and mentally. So if you open up the heart, so all those burdens and crap got written up, and the mind follows, and the limits are gone, and you really start to experience spiritual awareness and growth, and you see things, spiritual senses, which there's all your physical senses, there's spiritual senses. It's just amazing. And all the people that don't believe me, because I tell them, oh, Jesus touched me, Jesus talked to me, Jesus healed me, Archangel Michael communicated to me, Mother Mary I saw, heard, and felt, was healed by her, and there's angels and the spirits that come to me and communicate to me, people's loved ones. Last night, again, all the spirits go to light. They think I'm nuts. And they refuse to associate with me, communicate to me. They run away. Just because they can't perceive it, understand it. They should be asking themselves, if he can, why can't I? You should be asking, if Tim can, why can't I? Well, if you can't, you've got a closed mind and restricting God, it's never going to happen. Seek, you will find. Ask, you will receive. Knock, and the door will be open to you. Don't waste it on stuff of this world. Let's talk about Him. Seek Him, and all that is about Him, you'll find it. Ask about Him, and all that is about Him, you'll receive that knowledge, understanding. His wisdom knowledge, discernment of His wisdom knowledge, see things from His perspective. And then knock, and the door will be open to understanding, you'll be able to enter into heaven. That's what He's talking about. You'll be able to be like me, and you'll be, the whole saying, you can't see the forest for the trees, that's most people in the world. They're running around in this darkened forest, and they can't understand, they can't see something, they can't even see the sky, where God is, let alone learn about Him, because they're caught in this deep, dark forest or this maze. Ask that wisdom and knowledge, His wisdom and knowledge, discernment of it, His word and His truth, it'll be lifted out. It'll be lifted out of that forest. I'm out of the forest. I'm not up to perspective, His point of perspective, but I'm up above the forest. I'm looking down and seeing people all over the place. They're clueless. Oh, I don't understand everything, and I don't, but I believe in God. I believe in God. But because you're not getting that full ray of sun, what happens when you're in a deep, dark forest? Is that sun, that light coming down on you? Little streaks, points here and there, but you see it up above. It's not reaching you. Get out of the forest. Ask Him to take you out of the forest so you got nothing obstructing that flow of His light and His grace upon you. Then you see, like, wow, I see that. I understand that. I was in the dark before, now I'm not. I'm looking down at people in a maze, running all around. Oh, that ain't going to get you nowhere. That's a dead end. I'll blow my hand down. I'll say something to them. Hey, you go this way. Do this. This will get you the right way. No. Okay. Sucks to be them. That sounds harsh, but it's reality. You make the choice. We all make the choice. And we all view God differently. Told me that many times. All are right, none are wrong, just different. It's like God is all the same, not that He's looking at them. We all got the same physical eyes, but we all put glasses on. There's still glasses. It may look different. There's still glasses, but the lens will be different. We're all seeing through different lenses with the same apparatus, at the same object, but seeing differently because the eyes and the lenses are different. But still, as I said, I'm the same yesterday, today, and forever. He's the same. He's unchanged. What he's given us to view with, man-made, or the glasses, or our eyeballs, are physical. The lenses that we view through are different. Physical eyes are affected. Where they come from? Through the mind, full of all its truths and untruths, misconceptions, full of its cultures and our upbringing, our experiences, and our intellect. Those are filters of what we're perceiving. Just like the lenses are filters of what we're perceiving. Or how we're perceiving it. What we're perceiving is God, unchanged. What we're using is the same. So keep that in mind. So that's all I had to share. I was guided to share it with. I mean, I was doing the be careful what you come across out there. You're going to meet people that just aren't going to accept you. Don't be afraid. I said, be bold in faith, never boastful. So be bold in your faith about God and sharing it. That's what we're here for. Never boastful of yourself or of your faith, but be bold in sharing it, expressing it, showing it. Don't hide it. Don't be embarrassed by it. Feel guilty about it, ashamed of it. Never. Then you're feeling ashamed of God. Be bold in it, not boastful of yourself, or boastful of your own faith, but boast in God, like Paul said. But if I were to boast, I would happily boast of you, Lord. Boast about God. Absolutely. Again, John the Baptist said, he must increase while I must decrease. The he in here must in the world must increase while the I, the self ego, must decrease. It's not about me, it's about him. It's like the church I was in volunteering. Now the hospice here I briefly volunteered at. They rejected me because they're about man's laws, man's rules, and comforting. It's supposed to be about transitioning, helping the transition. They're about more comforting and not preparing, helping them to transition into spirit. They're worried about offending people. They're worried about getting in trouble, losing business, lawsuits. So it's about money. So that's not serving God. That's serving man's laws. Worried about man's laws, adhering to man's laws. Worried about offending people. That's not serving God. That's self-serving. That's serving man. Again, help man, serve God in that way, but not serve man. Not serve two masters. You serve God, or you serve not God. If you're serving anything other than God, that's serving the devil. I don't care how you dress it up. Well, I'm serving man, I'm doing good. On the surface, but in reality, no. Helping man says, God, how may I serve you? He may ask you to serve by helping somebody else. Not serving them, helping them. Not serve two masters. When you adhere to God, man's laws, instead of God's, give unto Caesar what is Caesar's, give unto God what is God's. God has come first and foremost. His laws before man's laws. What he requires of you before what man requires of you. You have to make that choice. So I was there for a short time. I helped souls be able to let go so they can pass on. And one day, and that's all he required of me. Darkness is in the place, falseness. He stopped put an end to it. I just move on. I did what he needed me to do. Sometimes it's short, sometimes it's long. People across your path, when you're serving him, he'll bring people to you. Across your path. It may be for a period of time, a long period of time, maybe a short period of time, maybe just a few minutes. That's the way it works. So I move on to the next one. So I'll help some more and move on from there. In the very limited time I have left in this world, I mean, Jesus is telling the one girl that, hey, she asked why he handed her a watch, there were no hours on it. She asked him, why there were no hours? There's only minutes and seconds. It's because the time is almost up for man. Man's on his last minutes. Less than an hour. I'm in my journey. I'm on my last seconds. Spiritually speaking, spiritual time, not physical time. I'm on my last seconds there. So I'm doing what I can do. You don't know when your last instant is, so do what you can do in service to Him. Ask Him. You receive direction and guidance, and knowledge. Seek to find. You will find what it is He wants you to do. But do it with sincerity, all sincerity. I mean, knock, go open the door, and say, "Hey, how you doing? This is what I need you to do. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for asking. Thanks for coming, seeking me." When you're done with it, the door will be open to you again when you knock, enter into heaven. It's an adventure. An adventure. Don't be afraid of it. Fear is a tool of the devil. Trust in Him. Be patient in Him. Sometimes there's nothing going on, and all of a sudden, bim, 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 bim. There's a reason for that. It's all in His time. It's all about Him. But most importantly, get rid of those limitations. Because the devil wants you to think that, hey, I just have no gifts. I can't believe I'd ever be able to see God, or hear God, or see Jesus, or hear Him, or feel His touch, or see Mother Mary, or angels, or anything like that. Don't think that way. That's the devil who wants you to think that way. Will you ever be able to? As I have, or more, or less? I don't know. That's up to God, and it's up to you. But you'll never know if you don't try. At the very least, you're going to grow spiritually and learn more. At the very least, and that's always a good thing. So, let go the things in your heart that block the flow of His grace, that flow through you, that block the love and all that's good that is God. And if you have any gifts that He has for you, will flow through instead of being blocked up by a dam, being blocked by the walls that you built around yourself. He's trying to shine that light into you, teach you. When you've got walls up, you've got your windows shut, your blinds closed, and your shutters closed, and your eyes closed, hiding underneath the blanket. You'll never get anywhere that way. Don't be afraid. That's the devil. Anything you feel fear, boom, that's the devil. I'm feeling fear. That's the devil. Get angry at him. Rebuke him and banish him. No room at the inn, and let that anger go. Lord Jesus, show me, lead me, guide me, teach me, heal me, help me to grow. And it's awesome. It's an awesome adventure. Awesome adventure, and it gets easier. It gets easier. It gets easier to make those leaps of faith. Sometimes the leap of faith is a tiptoe of faith. One little step of faith, half a step of faith. But you can be that pillar of stone, rooted in place, or you can start to take a little step forward, inch by inch. As I've said many times, how do you climb a mountain? One step at a time. How do you move mountains? By faith. By taking that one step at a time. When you get up over that top of that mountain, you realize, hey, you're going down that mountain. You realize the mountain that was before you is now behind you. You've moved it by your faith, believing that you can get up it and down it. You literally moved that mountain. So don't be afraid. Let go of the blinds, the limits. Ask Him to help you. He wants to help you. He says, Lord, I got blinds, I can't get rid of them, I can't get rid of burdens and stuff that blocks me from you. Help me. He's not going to say, hey, you're on your own. Deal with it. No. He wants you. But if you decide, hey, you want to do it on your own, and reject Him, then you got no one to blame but yourself. Ask him for help in everything. Share with him everything. He knows it all anyways. He just, and they're like, Michael Gabriel comes up to him, what are you doing, Lord? I'm just waiting for so-and-so to ask for help, ask a question. I got lots of things to do. But I'm always just, with this person, I'm just here waiting. This person, like, hey, I'm talking to, he can do everything. Never think he doesn't have time for you. He can do limitless things constantly. So don't think that way. Don't think you're unworthy of it. No matter how much bad you've done, don't think you're unworthy. He loves you as much as he loves me, as much as he loves Michael, as much as he loves anybody else. We're all worthy of his love. He loves us all equally. So make the choice. He loves us enough that he's not going to force anything upon us. It's our choice, even him. Hope that helped everybody. Hope this is helpful to everybody. And look at that. Darkness didn't interfere. Peace of Christ. God bless.